If you don't start at the right spot, you're not going to finish at the right spot. And the tracking phase just makes the whole dieting process flow a lot smoother.
1, 2, 3. Peace.
I competed in NGA for bodybuilding where I won my pro card. I've also set powerlifting records, world records in the RPS Powerlifting Association, but I am not a medical professional, so take my advice as you will. What's going on, guys? My name is Caleb Barnett. I go by the Aesthetic Prince on social media. This is my first YouTube video, and today's topic is going to be how to diet. The first thing that we're going to go over in this series is what I like to call the tracking phase. So the tracking phase is super important because starting any diet, you need a great spot to actually start from. So during the tracking phase, you're going to do two things. One, you're going to track your weight every single morning so you know exactly what's happening to your body. You're going to record those measurements, track them over a time span of 3 to 7 days. So another thing we're going to do over these 3 to 7 days is track our calories. Now we're going to do this through an app called MyFitnessPal. It is a free app that I and all my clients have to use. And on that app, you can track almost any food. You can get the total macro count up, the total calorie count up. Now it is not a perfect app, but it's free and anyone can download it. When tracking your calories on MyFitnessPal through this 3 to 7 day period, it's best to eat what you would normally eat. Don't try to do anything special. Don't try to eat all healthy foods if you don't usually eat healthy foods. Eat what you normally eat, track your weight, and then we will get the measurements we need. A little example of this, if you were 100 pounds to say, just for easy math, and you ate 2,000 calories that day, Day 2, you wake up, you're 102 pounds. That day, you only eat 1,500 calories. The third day you wake up, you're 99 pounds. That might mean you're in a caloric deficit. Now you're gonna continue this process for another 3 to 7 days in order to just get an overall average of what your caloric maintenance might be. Now going off of 1,500 being in a deficit and 2,000 being in a surplus, it's safe to say that your caloric maintenance is somewhere around 1,800 calories. Now, from a coaching perspective, that's where I would start my client off on their diet, and then it all comes to what your goals are. So now you have to ask yourself what your goals are. Is your goals to put on lean mass? Is your goal to burn and lose fat? That's going to decide where you're going to set your calories next. So if you are trying to put on lean mass, you need to be in a caloric surplus. I would recommend jumping up 200 calories from your maintenance to start off. That's a pretty decent caloric surplus to gain maybe a pound a week. Based off your genetics and your metabolism, you might have to increase that number, but start off with that, it'll put you in a solid spot. If your goal is to burn body fat and lose weight, then you're going to need to be in a caloric deficit. Now, to be in a caloric deficit properly, you need to start off 500 calories below your maintenance. Now, I'm gonna go over how to be in a proper caloric surplus to build lean mass and how to be in a proper caloric deficit to burn body fat in future videos, so please stay tuned. Today, I just wanted to go over the tracking phase and why it's important. You wanna track because you wanna know where you're starting at. If you don't start at the right spot, you're not gonna finish at the right spot. And the tracking phase just makes the whole dieting process flow a lot smoother. That is all I have for you guys today. My main goal of this YouTube channel is to show you guys how to do everything yourself, from dieting to training to setting up programming. So stick with me, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. Follow me on Instagram at the.aesthetic.prince. Follow my coaching page at the.aesthetic.fitness, where I post all kinds of tips and advice, all kinds of content every single day. And that's it. Until next time.
1, 2, 3.